Well, welcome back to another episode of 42nd Street Pete's Funhouse or whatever. We're going to call this one Oddities. These are just odds and ends of things that basically were laying around here, like this here. Here you go. It's your Friday the 13th glasses. Got a slash there, whatever, 3D. Yeah, there it is. Friday the 13th glasses. Still of Ruby from The Hills Have Eyes, which I wanted to get signed, and unfortunately, I forgot the damn still. We flip it over, and we got a still from Breakout with Charles Bronson and Sherry North, holding a wiener dog, whatever the thing is. Okay, here's something special. They used to hand these out on the street corners if you walked around 42nd Street and 8th Avenue in Times Square. Actually, a friend of mine used to do this for a part-time job. I had some other ones, but I can't find them. Okay, here's when Chiller was hot, and Chiller had a store, and here they go, prime time, and that's Kevin Clement there with in his store, stockpile of Ghoul's Gold. Now we got Chiller programs. I had a shitload of Chiller programs. Or maybe we should do this. Oh, we'll do the programs. What the hell? Oh, we'll do the Gator thing. Here's a soundtrack album of Gator. God only knows why I have this. I don't know why I have it. But anyway. Okay. Chiller. Okay, this is the spring of 1997. And, God. You can look at the guest list here. I don't know if you can basically see it. I'm trying to hold it up, but Kevin McCarthy, Carolyn Monroe, Yvonne Craig, Stella Stevens, Alan Young, Jeannie Carmen, Kathleen Crowley, Ted V. Michaels, John Russo, Zachary, Diane Thorne, Howard Maurer, Mel Wells, Frank Henenlotter, Tom Savini, Dolores Fuller and Conrad Brooks, Gunnar Hansen, Paul Mantee, Vic London, Monique Gabrielle, F. Paul Wilson, Douglas Winter, Jack Ketchum, Matthew Costello, Candy Clark, Tiffany Shepard, Brink Stevens, Leia Quigley, Erwin Murphy, and Michelle Bauer. That was 97. Let's see who we got in 99. Let's see. I mean, I can't run all these off for you, but you get an idea. I don't know if you can see them or not. Just hold it up here for a few. This one was Halloween 2000. Here's the program. And again, you know, a million fucking guests here. I don't know if you can make it out. I'm just trying to do this. I can't read this shit off. Here we go, 96. A Tor Johnson cover. We did that one already. Okay, this is when the guest list wasn't insane. Anne Francis, Jess Franco, Yuko Morinama, Lena Romay, Russ Meyer, Hazel Court, Laurie Nelson, Doug Bradley, John Russo and Bill Heidman, Zachary, Beverly Washburn, Sammy Petrillo, Darlene Tompkins, Ted Bohos, J.J. North, Tom Savini, Dolores Fuller and Conrad Brooks, Reggie Bannister, Fred Oman Ray, James Hong, Ronald W. Borst, F. Paul Wilson, Douglas Winter, Steve Bissett, Matthew Costello, Candy Clark, Manon Kelly, a mystery guest, David M.G., Erin Murphy, Mark Goddard, and Jennifer Huss. This one was 2014. I don't think, was I there? I don't know. Oh, 2004. I'm thinking 2014. This is badly printed here, but as you can see, there's a fucking problem with the printing. But fuck it. Okay, this is before it became Chiller. This was, I believe, the second show. It was Horrorthon. Which is actually, this thing's so old it's falling the fuck apart. But yeah, this was it. This was basically the Scream Queen one. Monique Gabrielle, Brink Stevens, and Michelle Bauer in 91. I don't know if anybody else was in there. Damn, this is... Obviously, I lost something or something fell out of that one. Here's one from 93, I believe. Let's see. Is the guest list that insane? I don't know. I don't know. They really got... you look at this. I think Gunner came in at this one. I'm not sure. This was at... crap. I don't know. There's no list. Oh well. We got... That's another Halloween Expo. A little more things here, like Monique Gabrielle, Henry Alvarez, Dwight Shundo. They were makeup. They made these wonderful things. Kit Natividad, Basil Gogos, Sam Sherman, Al Adamson, Harry Novak, Johnny Legend, Rick Sullivan. Guess that was it. This one was 1994. I believe this was at the Rothman Center when they brought in Coffin Joe. Yep. Trauma Team. Some different things here. Joe Flyshaker is no longer with us. Yeah, Martine Beswick. There's Coffin Joe, Zachary, Michelle Bauer, Jules Shepard, Al Adamson and Sam Sherman, Tom Savini, Johnny Legend, and Rick Sullivan again. 97. Actually, this was on a t-shirt. The artist Terry Prince passed away also, which kind of sucked because he was a good guy. Man. And again, here's another one where basically we blow the whole thing out with 2 billion fucking guests if you can read this. I guess you can probably freeze your screen and see this. I'm not trying to be difficult, but I don't know how else to do this. October 95. Let's see. This isn't too insane as far as the guests go, but this is the film we had. This is the show we had: Roger Corman, Ben Chapman, Dolores Fuller, Lucy Chase Williams, Zachary, Basil Gogos, Barbara Lee, Ann Robinson, Bill Heinzman, John Russo, P.J. Souls, Sarah Karloff, Bela Lugosi Jr., Ron Chaney, Debbie Rochon, Rudy Ray Moore, Brink Stevens, David Friedman, Ron Fazio, Joe Flyshaker, Tracy Mann, George M.G., George the Animal Steele, Ed Repka, Sam Petrucci, Lisa's father, who created G.I. Joe, Stephen Jeffries, Monique Gabrielle, George Stover, Julie Strain, Mark Goddard and Casa Grava, and Jerry and Doyle from the Misfits. Zachary for president. Actually, we would have been a lot fucking better off with Zach in charge. Damn, this was another one here. Authors. Well, you can sort of see this was the earlier ones when we had room, but you know, Robert Clark, Bruce Campbell, Zachary, Veronica Carlson, Debbie Rochon, Fred Owen Ray, Dave Friedman, and Robert Quarry. We got 91. Damn, this was like 91. This was the second one, I believe. We didn't have a lot of guests. I'm trying to think. I think there was only 3. It was all there was. This was this might have been okay. Hearthon 91. This is the second show. We had Forrest G. Ackerman, Herschel Gordon Lewis, Butch Patrick, and Zachary. This is 95. And this one we had. Okay. This is the one that kicked it off. We were in the hotel. Elvira, Monique Gabrielle, Julie Strain, Brink Stevens, Basil Gogos, Barbara Lay, Barbara Crampton, Bill Heinzman, John Russo, Reggie Bannister, Vernon Wells, Maitland McDonald, James Caron, Michelle Bauer, Gunnar Hansen, Ed Neal, Ron Fazio, Joe Flyshaker, Tracy Mann, David M.G., Basil Gogos, and a whole bunch of writers, Jack Ketchum, Dave Cochran, Debbie Rochon, Matthew Costello, Steve Bissett, Doug Winter, F. Paul Wilson. We already did that one. Horathon 90. This is the first one. This is the first Chiller Theater one. This is, it became, and this was all we had here. All we had was, okay, That's it. That's the whole lineup there. Diane Thorne, Tom Savini, Zachary, and Jonathan Harris. That was it. Oh, we got one left. Brings back a lot of memories. Spent a lot of years doing this shit. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, this was a good one. This was a good lineup. I can read these off. Beverly Garland, Tura Santana, Dolores Fuller, Forrest G. Ackerman, Carl Strickland, John Zachary, David Norton, John Philip Law, Bill Heinzman, John Russo, Ted V. Michaels, Carolyn Russo, Vernon Wells, Kane Hodder, Ted Bohos, Rudy Ray Moore, Brink Stevens, Jules Shepard, Joe Flyshaker, Tracy Manfred, Olin Ray, Randy Bowen, a whole bunch of people. This was a really good show. So that's our chiller shit for today. Another weird still lobby thing from Box Office International with Renee Bond, Country Hooker. These I picked up at a yard sale. I don't know what they were from, but of course you recognize Matt Dillon and Miss Kitty from the longest running TV series Gunsmoke. Phil Silvers as Sergeant Bilko, who was all over the place back in the 50s. Amos and Andy. Showed it, should get a lot more respect than it does because it really had good production values. And I got an episode on 16 millimeter that's pretty cool. And it was basically, I don't know, the Abbott and Costello show aired the same time. And to me, it was just, the same thing, only with, black folks. So I don't know what the big deal was. One of my favorite actors, James Garner, and another one who was a marijuana lobbyist also. That famous scene from Cat Ballou where Lee Marvin's drunk and so is the horse. Oddball piece of art I picked up by Kevin Michael Russell. I don't know, I must have picked it up, years ago at the one of the shows. Sage Stallone sent this out to me when they put out Cannibal Holocaust, and they can't use this cover anymore, and they weren't about to use this cover, so it's been pretty much toned down, but Sage was a good guy. I miss him. We had a little run in here and there, but we made up, and it was all cool. I was really sorry to see him go, too. An original still from 1968, Night of the Living Dead. You can see the 68 there. And a piece of film strip to go with the film, 35 millimeter film. Signed reproduction of Attack of the Crab Monsters by Roger Corman when he was at the show. Oh, what the hell did I miss? Okay, missed the lobby card. Hardcore when George C. Scott sees his daughter in one of the films. I guess I'd be pissed off too. Everybody was wearing 3D glasses and getting headaches. This was something they put outside the peep booths, and they would put a picture from the Stag film box. As you can see, it was ripped off here. So you'd see what this would give you an idea of what you were going to view. Of course, I can't show the box, so that's... here's me and my interacting with clowns. I don't even know where this thing was shot. Here's an old... This is how it was advertised in Screw, an old page out of Screw, where basically they advertised all, the films in general here. Can I get in trouble for this? It was only on that page. This is nothing. Here's another fan magazine that came out. There was a ton of little fanzines that came out in the 90s. Bucky Beaver from Something Weird Video. A little, I don't know, I guess it's a little stand-up thing I can put in my living room. The Colonel himself, David Friedman. Dave in bed with a severed head. I miss Dave. Dave, something? Dave realized what it was. It was all tongue-in-cheek with him, but he protected his business and protected his films, and I really miss the guy. Something we did before I left the area was pretty much bring porn back to the big screen in New York after 20-something years. And we packed the place, and I'd say 2/3 of the audience was women. A Mark of the Devil vomit bag. These are probably not worth too much, but if you want one filled with vomit, please PM me. For whatever reason, I think this was during the unconventional thing or something, that basically I convinced this nice lady to put her thong over my eye and got pink eye from it. Here's a booking sheet, leisure time booking for getting, booking hardcore films in New York City. Actually, this was an office in Providence, Rhode Island, which is probably where I got it from. It says, "Dear sir, we have pictures in 35 and 16 millimeter that we're sure your theater will be interested in playing." Sure you would. Anything else going with this? No, same thing. A big underground comic of Harold Head by Rand Holmes. This is some great stuff. I mean, this guy was a really good artist. I wonder if he's still around. But I've never seen one this big, and it's all worn out and shit, so I keep this one under wraps. And we got Groucho Marx from You Bet Your Life. Unfortunately, Groucho died the same day Elvis Presley died and was completely overshadowed. But we're not done yet. Got some other weird shit. Here you go. A flask. This was for a few dollars more, promotional flask. It's leather wrapped around. It's a flask. I don't know if it has two separate chambers for booze, but whatever. It's very cool. I have never seen another one like this before. And last but not least, I don't know if anybody would know what this thing is. This, my friends, well, you know how cops use tasers today? Well, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, they didn't have tasers. They had this fucking thing. This is a real blackjack. This is all lead up here with a spring fucking handle. So basically, they would crack you over the fucking head with this thing. Now you might ask yourself, how did I get this? Let's go back to Big Al. Big Al would fight somebody at the drop of a hat. And Big Al and the police department were never on even terms. And he had some kind of run-in with a certain cop, and it was gonna get out of hand. I know that because it had to escalate. And what happened was, one night he showed up at my house, all banged up, bruised and shit, and threw me this fucking thing and said, "Get rid of this." Well, obviously I never got rid of it. But can you look at this fucking thing. I mean, this is all lead. Can you imagine getting cracked in the head with this fucking thing? If I swung this, I'd kill you. But this is what the cops hit us with back in the day. It's pretty sick when you think of it. It isn't one of those slapjacks that you buy at a gun show with this little, 5-ounce piece of lead in it. I mean, this thing is hard as a rock. And it's like, they were cracking us with this. And, everybody yells about people getting tased today. Shit ain't changed, only the fucking way it's delivered. So on that happy note, hope you enjoyed this little presentation. And this is another reason why I don't tell too many Big Al stories, because some of the shit that he did was a little bit fucking out of hand. So, again, thanks for subscribing. Welcoming all the new subscribers to this mayhem, and hope you enjoyed the presentation. And above all, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.